So once again, you want to make sure that you're starting a business for the right reason. And just because you hate your job doesn't mean that you should, that doesn't mean you should start a business. The solution may be getting a better job that you like. However, if you do want to start a business, that business can be part of your exit strategy for leaving a job you don't like. Or you may quit that job, get a second job you like better, and still create your business, but that's your exit plan. Okay? So keep that in mind. Now, because when you have an exit plan, that can really cause you to reassess how well you like that job. If you realize, okay, look, I'm gonna be out of here in a year, I'm gonna be out of here 18 months, I'm gonna build this business, and this steady income I have from this job, I'm gonna take advantage of the benefits, the 401k plan, tuition reimbursement. I'm gonna take advantage of all these benefits. Okay. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that person in the cubicle next to me, but I'm gonna take full advantage of all these benefits now and take this steady paycheck to build my exit strategy. Okay, number 4, lack of commitment. Starting a business requires someone who is committed to ensuring that it succeeds. Starting a business requires someone who is committed to ensuring that it succeeds. This will include long hours, tough decisions, and doing tasks that you do not like to do. Neglecting the business will cause the business to fail. Neglecting the business will cause the business to fail. Many small businesses have failed because the owners did not invest the time and effort needed for success. This is one of the reasons why I really recommend that people take at least one entrepreneurship class. Go to local community college. You can take an entrepreneurship class for a semester. Entrepreneurship seminars are good, but a class, you're going to learn so much in it. Okay. And it could really save you thousands of lost dollars. It could keep your business from going belly up, keep you from becoming a statistic. Far too many people are sold the false dream of a 4-hour work week or only working 20 hours per week. In the early stages of business, that is simply not true. Now, if you're just doing a part-time business, now some people may say the other thing that's important to understand is that you may realize, okay, look, I want to start this business, but I'm just going to do this business part-time. You don't have to do the business full-time. You can keep working your 9-to-5 job. You can stay in your career and work a business part-time. You may just do something on the weekend. You may have a booth at festivals on the weekend during the summer, church events, things like this. And that's your part-time business while you work full-time. Now, one of the things that I don't ever do, and I know you have some people that talk about going to, working for corporations, things like that. And they talk about working on the plantation. Okay, let me explain something to you. I'm a historian. I've been studying history for 30 years. I have about 45 of my lectures on DVD. I speak all across the country. Before the Mayflower by Lerone Bennett Jr. This is an old copy. It's beat up, I know. I've studied slavery. I've studied history of slavery. I've read slave narratives. You going to a job working 9-to-5 or 10 hours a day or 12 hours a day, having benefits, 401k plan, 2 weeks paid vacation, 1 week paid vacation, tuition reimbursement, things like that is not slavery. I've studied what slavery is. That's not slavery. You may not like your job. That's understandable. But you can quit your job today. They'll send you your last paycheck on Friday, and you can keep your health insurance for another 18 months. That's not slavery. I've studied what slavery is. So one thing I don't do, I would never disrespect our ancestors compared to you going to a job that you applied for. You applied for the job. Most likely, ain't like they came to your home and snatched you up and said, you're going to work here and we're going to pay you. Go study what slavery is. Read some slave narratives. Read Frederick Douglass, one of his 3 autobiographies. That's not slavery. Okay, back to the presentation. So, for lack of commitment, starting a business requires someone who is committed to ensuring that it succeeds. Far too many people are sold the false dream of a 4-hour work week or only working 20 hours per week. Or we see entrepreneurs, right, after they made it. We didn't see the struggle. We didn't see the sleepless nights and them trying to figure out how to pay this, pay that. So, we have this idea of I talk about popping bottles with models, like in the club, like Diddy or Jay-Z, something like that in the music video. And we see them popping bottles with models. And like, that's our concept, okay, of entrepreneurs. You see them after the success. You don't see the struggle and the years of struggle it took them to get to that point. All right. So number 5, once we make some money, we'll advertise. This is one of the huge mistakes. And when I was in radio sales 22 years ago here in Detroit, and I would call on small businesses, this is one of the things I would hear. Okay. Once we make some money, we'll advertise. Okay. Not having a proper marketing budget, not understanding the need to advertise, etc. So how do you drive traffic to your business? How do you let people know you exist? And just because some people say, well, we have a social media platform. We have the Facebook and Twitter. Yeah, but just because you have a social media platform doesn't mean people are going to go to your social media platform. 1, 2, doesn't mean they're going to show up to your business because they saw your ad on your social media platform. So how do you drive traffic to your business? How do you let people know that you exist? And I remember calling on different African-American owned businesses, new businesses, okay, about 22 years ago. And I would meet with them, and I was in radio sales then. I would meet with them, and they liked the advertising schedule I put together for them, but they ain't have the money. New business, they have inventory, brick and mortar store. They have, I remember calling on a shoe store, okay, and they sold women's shoes. And they said, when we make some money, we'll advertise. How are people going to know you're here if you don't advertise? How are you going to drive business and drive the right customers to your business? What type of market research did you do? Just because you have people coming through your door, does that mean it's the right type of customers that you want? Are they spectators, or are they actually potential customers? Because if they don't have any money and they're just looking, I mean, I don't think you can pay your lease with window shoppers. So these are all things to look at. If we just create a world-class, so some entrepreneurs have this idea, if we just create a world-class product, service, or store, then the customer is going to find us. No, it doesn't work like that in the real world. You may have some people that wander in. I remember when I used to manage a Radio Shack, and we were in the strip mall, and there was a clothing store, or even better yet, when one Radio Shack I managed, we were in an enclosed mall, okay, like a old, the regular shopping mall, enclosed mall, right? So the husbands were wandering to the Radio Shack while the wives are at the department store shopping. Okay. Well, they're just wandering in. A lot of times they may not buy anything, but they're just wandering in, trying to kill time, things like this, right? That doesn't contribute to your sales goals, because that's one of the things that you want to have on a monthly. Hopefully you have sales goals on a monthly basis, so you can meet your needed expenditures, your lease, pay your employees, utilities. So you got to have sales goals. Annual sales goals broken down to quarterly sales goals, broken down to monthly sales goals. You could break it down per day. Okay. Because if you have a retail establishment or something like that, you want to have daily sales goals. Even the most well-established businesses still market. Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Burger King, Amazon, Apple, General Motors, Ford, Chrysler, Hewlett Packard, they all advertise. Some at different times of the year. Some may be more seasonal. So you see peaks during certain times of the year. But they all advertise. Number 6, okay. 17 reasons why African-American owned businesses go out of business in the first 18 months. Don't make these mistakes. Don't make these mistakes. Number 6, don't quit your day job. Don't quit your day job. Not just yet. Especially if you're just starting a business. It's like a 1-year-old child and you want the child to go out and get a job, bring some money into the house. No. The business is an investment. Your business most likely won't be able to afford you or pay you a comparable salary for 2 to 3 years, or maybe even more. Pay you a comparable salary what you're making now, or maybe just even less, but just something for you to survive and be able to pay your bills and things like this, take care of your family. 18% of Black-owned businesses fail in the first 18 months. Okay, 20% of 20% of businesses fail in the first 2 years. Okay. 20% of as I say, in the first year, 20% of small businesses fail in the first year, 50% fail in the first 5 years. So you will still need to have income to pay your bills, etc., meet your financial obligations. And you're going to need multiple streams of income also. So you probably need income more than just a job, maybe more than just a business. Maybe other things that you do to generate revenue may not be every month, maybe different times of the year, but multiple streams of income as well, because you're going to have to constantly invest money into the business for the business to grow and expand, acquire inventory, acquire equipment, acquire technology. A business is a constant investment. Okay, so if you find that you got to take money out of the business to meet your own personal financial needs, that's going to reduce the ability of the business to grow. Okay, your business can't afford you. You are a dependent. You are a dependent of your business, and that takes away capital that you need to reinvest into your business to grow. All right, Hotep. Hey, this is Michael Imhotep, founder of the African History Network and host of the African History Network show, with a very special message for African American business owners. Start your year off right and advertise with the African History Network. So some of you have been asking me how you can advertise on our broadcast, how you can advertise on the African History Network show. We have a very special promotion for very limited time only. We only have a few advertising slots left. Buy 1 month, get 1 month free. Buy 1 month, get 1 month free. We know African American History Month is coming up very quickly. And we take your 30-second to 60-second ad and put it into the rebroadcast of our shows, of our broadcasts here on our Facebook fan page, the African History Network, our YouTube channel, Michael Imhotep, IMHOTEP, as well as the Michael Imhotep Show on Facebook also. And we put it into the audio podcast of our shows, which is on 9 to 10 different audio podcast platforms: iHeartRadio, TuneIn, FM Player, Stitcher, Castbox, iTunes, a number of different audio podcast platforms. So you get video as well as audio. All right. Visit our website, theafricanhistorynetwork.com, theafricanhistorynetwork.com. And when you scroll down, you'll see information about a radio show. We're on Sundays, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But your ads will play in the rebroadcast of our shows. We run rebroadcasts all across we run rebroadcasts throughout the day. You reach people all across the country. And you scroll down past the information about our online classes, and you'll see information about the advertising with the African History Network. Current promotion: buy 1 month, get 1 month free. Email us at ahnshow@theafricanhistorynetwork.com. ahnshow at theafricanhistorynetwork.com. So you may be a book author. You may sell clothing. You may be a fitness instructor. You may have a brick and mortar store or e-commerce store. Okay. You may be a lecturer, whatever your business. If you target the African American community, you definitely want to advertise with the African History Network. All right. So we have the information here in the thread of the broadcast. And African American business owners, post the name of your business here on the thread of the broadcast as well. Okay. Email us at ahnshow@theafricanhistorynetwork.com. Now you may say, well, I want to take advantage of this promotion, but I'm not ready to advertise right now. You can email us. You can secure your advertising space. You can pay and reserve your advertising space today, and you can advertise a week from now, 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, what have you. We can hold your advertising space. You may have an event coming up that you want to promote. You may have an African-American scholar coming in. You may have an expo coming up that you want to promote or something of that nature. You can advertise with the African History Network. Okay. We have 1 million followers on our Facebook fan page. And then also you get extra exposure in the audio in our audio podcast. Okay. So we're on 9 or 10 different audio podcast platforms, and we'll place your 30-second to 60-second commercial in the audio podcast of our shows and our broadcasts as well. And we will, for a limited time only, we will create, if you don't have a commercial, we can create one for you at no additional charge as well. Okay. So email us at ahnshow@theafricanhistorynetwork.com, ahnshow@theafricanhistorynetwork.com for more information to advertise with the African History Network, and we can get you up and running today. All right. So you may be a new business, an established business. You may have a restaurant. You may be a caterer, what have you. Okay. So we reach people all across the country. You may want to target one geographical area, or may want to reach people nationally or internationally. You definitely want to advertise with the African History Network. Okay. You may have an online bookstore. You may have a brick and mortar bookstore. You may sell jewelry, African clothing. You may sell regular clothing. You may have a shoe store. If you sell to the African American community, you want to advertise with the African History Network. Okay, so our current promotion for a very limited time only, buy 1 month, get 1 month free. Okay, so email us at ahnshow@theafricanhistorynetwork.com, and we can get you up and running today. Remember, right now it's correct wrong behavior. It's not over till we win. Wakanda forever. And African American business owners, post the name of your business here in the thread of the broadcast, so we can get in contact with you and people can find out about you as well. Remember, right now it's correct wrong behavior. It's not over till we win. Wakanda forever. And we'll talk to you next time. Peace.
The work that I do is larger than the fashion industry. It's larger than the art world. And I believe that I was born to bring newness into this world. I'm Kaima McIntyre. I'm 24 years old and I'm an artist. I create everything from paintings to jewelry design, metaphysical jewelry to be specific, and fashion design. The only reason why my prom dress went viral is because people needed it. Within a few days of going viral, Notori Naughton reached out to me and she's like, I saw your dress, can you make me a dress? I was equally as shocked to be asked by a celebrity to design their dress at the age of 17. That's just one person, and the list just continues to go on, to Janet Jackson, to Tyra Banks. It really hits home. That means that the discussion is happening on the grounds in real time.
Hello, African History Network family. You've put it off for way too long. Now it's time to act for your family, your future, and the next generation. Get life insurance for that peace of mind and security for you and your loved ones. Build your financial foundations starting today. Your independent agent at Fortified Trust Life Brokers, with over a dozen strong A-rated life insurance companies to offer you the life protection you need when it comes to final expense, term life, whole life, mortgage protection, annuities, and more. They are currently licensed in Alabama, Georgia, and South Carolina. Don't let a pre-existing health condition hinder you from getting life insurance. You can get the affordable coverage you need today. Life insurance is only the beginning. Email them at Fortified Trust Life for a free fact sheet explaining the 5 basic building blocks for a strong financial foundation. It's their gift to you to help you fortify your future. Email them at fortifytl828@yahoo.com or call them at 706-339-5096 and leave a message. Fortify your future today.